Greetings, viewers. This is Nay. I was going through a few of my videos not so long ago, and I realized that it's been almost a year or over a year the last time I did one of these devotionals. That's a pretty darn long time, I must admit. But this has been a pretty interesting year. The good, bad, everything in between. But for the most part, wow. I found myself saying to somebody that it's like I'm looking through a different pair of eyes, a different set of eyes. That's kind of where I am mentally and emotionally and things like that. For God's sakes, God's mercies and compassions are new every morning or every day. A nice translation. So why shouldn't I be, in every sense of the word, my mind and my thoughts, my actions and deeds, and my speech, which goes into today's post. But before I go into that, I've said many times before that I actually read these almost on a daily. Out of 7 days, definitely 4 or 5, okay? But I don't post a video lack of time or whatever not. But the ones that I feel have touched my spirit or have affected me in such a way, or that the Lord has given me something that I can not allude to, but kind of expound on. So not today's, but the devotion that I'm going to read today is entitled Tone Check. Driving home from work, I heard a radio advertisement that got my attention. It was for a computer program that checks emails as they are written. I was familiar with spell check, grammar check programs, but this was different. This was tone check. The software monitors the tone and wording of emails to make certain that they are not overly aggressive, unkind, or mean-spirited. As I listened to the announcer describe the features of this software, I wondered what it would be like to have something like that from my mouth. How many times have I reacted harshly instead of listening first and later regretting the words I have spoken? Certainly, that tone check would have protected me from responding so foolishly. The Apostle Paul saw the need for us believers to check our speech, especially when talking to those who are not Christians. He said, "Let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer each one." That's found within Colossians 4 and 6. His concern was that our speech be graceful, reflecting the beauty of our Savior, and it must be inviting to others. Talking with the right tone to unbelievers is vital to our ability to witness to them. And Colossians 4:6 can be our tone check. Tone of voice can be effective if our spirits calm and meek. Let us watch our words and actions, always careful how we speak. Every time we speak, our heart is on parade. Pretty interesting. So the reading for this particular devotion will be coming from Colossians chapter 4, verses 2 through 6. I think I've also said in other posts that I've really been blessed to kind of read even a lot before, but it's not much before the second verse, but before and a lot after, the things that I've discovered within my biblical studies and research, doing such. But going into what I just read, Jesus once said that with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Loving kindness, which is depicted a lot of times within our speech and our deeds. You're not going to be too open and warm to a person who seems a little abrasive. You know. And then when I read earlier, when it said, "How many times have I reacted harshly instead of listening first and later regretting the words I have spoken?" I've read this many, many times within the scriptures, but it has recently been in my spirit. I mean, very heavy. Uh, some verses that I've been really putting together as far as, um, how can I say it? Controlling oneself, or as the Bible would put it, temperance. And one of those verses says that we should be slow to speak, quick to listen, and quick to wrath, or to get angry. I hope that this has definitely been a pleasure and a blessing. Thank you very much for viewing. I'll be talking to you guys very soon. God bless. Peace.